Hey, we don't really know how to start the show.
It's all right. Hey, Josh.
Hi, Doug.
Josh Griffin here with Doug Fields.
Hello.
On a episode of This Week with Doug and Josh.
It is this week.
And isn't that a fabulous graphic? I mean, I know there are people listening by podcast.
Yeah.
It's a fabulous picture of Josh.
It's me laughing
And it's me looking like I'm
in a retirement home.
exactly.
No, I was kidding.
Exactly. It's like
I was kidding.
Should I smile on 3, 2, or 1?
No, it looks distinguished.
I love that he
and
included
handsome.
pull up a chair, what do you do all day, nuggets of wisdom, all the different show ideas.
We have half a cup of iced tea is today's show.
There it is. There it is. Hey, everybody. Josh and I just got back. Last night we got back from at 11. By the time I dropped you off.
Last flight of
I've
the
been
day.
Josh's Uber driver, by the way, for at least 2 weeks.
My son was in a car accident.
No, can I say it'd be nice to be tipped every once in a while?
Dude, hey, thanks for the ride. Hey, if you can just answer this one question, that'd be great.
Just Venmo me.
No,
we
he was
just
in a
got
car,
back
so
from Dallas.
We're a car short, so thank you, Doug.
No, absolutely.
Thank you.
Anytime, Josh, except for today.
Good, I need to go to LAX later.
We just got back from Dallas where we were at
Yeehaw.
the Texas Conclave.
It was so fun.
It was very fun. It was
Packed
at
house.
Dallas Baptist University,
Never
which
been.
was,
That was cool.
I had never been either. And it was you could see it forever away. I mean, Texas is pretty darn flat.
pretty flat, and it was on a hill.
It was on a hill with big steeples, and
That's cool.
it was just fun to be with youth workers again.
Yeah.
This was kind of a next gen conference.
Kind
and
people and
Yeah.
decent barbecue, and
Yeah.
it was great.
Gives ice cream at the end. I mean, we had a
I love
great
that.
time. Hey, we're going to talk about some of the things that we talked about while we were at the conclave. We're going to talk about what's happening, a little update at church, a little update at DYM, where you and I are this week,
Yeah.
and all that in
Let's go.
20 minutes.
So you were at Texas Conclave. You did a general session there in front of everybody, and then had like a little luncheon thing afterwards. And I thought, as we were talking about, hey, what are you doing on the show? I said, teach everybody what you did at the lunch. That'd be
Well,
fun.
here's the deal. I mean, I prepped the general session, and I knew I was doing a Q&A afterwards with new leaders, but I didn't know they wanted me to prepare something. So I kind of threw them under the bus, and then I got back last night, and I looked at the contract, and it said prepare something. Yeah,
no.
I missed it.
Well,
I
your
just saw the Q&A.
Your general session was awesome.
Well,
it was
thank
great.
you.
It was on Spotlight Leadership. It was terrific. It was challenging. People were nodding and ahhing. It was terrific.
It was fun. It's fun. But what I did when
what'd
I
you do
had
for the lunch?
Well, they all wanted to go to lunch, and they just heard me speak for 40 minutes. So it wasn't like
More of this
they
guy.
wanted more of this. So I did 3 things. One, I said, if you want to, if I was starting all over again, here's what I wish I knew. One, I did a thing. I just said volunteers, volunteers, volunteers. Like, there it is. It's like,
That's it.
what is the, what do they say about making a successful restaurant is location, location, location.
Yep.
I
Successful
said,
youth ministry.
volunteers, volunteers, volunteers. And we just kind of walk through the importance of that. And you and I have been talking about that this last month with all of our co-leader, people that are co-leader subscribers or Premium Plus. Josh and I are meeting with them once a month, and we just did a whole
session on
teaching
volunteers. Yeah, it was terrific.
but
how
I
to
said
keep, how to sustain, how to encourage, how to train, all of the above.
It's everything.
Yeah.
It's everything.
And it's never ending, if I remember you saying right on our co-leader webinar.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
It's never
doesn't
ending.
stop.
I said it does get easier, but it never ends.
Well, recruiting, it's just so much to volunteers, but when you get that right, oh my, so much of your youth ministry is in a better
So we
place.
said that. Second, I said, don't recreate the wheel. There was just a guy there that was giving a little pitch about a camp. They were one of the sponsors, and it did a mission type camp. And I thought to myself, that's a perfect example of don't recreate the wheel. I mean, obviously DYM is don't recreate the wheel.
Yeah, it's literally everything we do is you don't need to do this.
Save you a bunch of time. But I'm like, you could spend 100 hours trying to put a serve trip together for a mission, or you could just, parlay into what that guy was doing, who was just
use a
talking
killer
about it.
organization who does this. They plan all year for those weeks.
Yeah,
and
don't
they'll do it way better.
recreate the wheel. I mean,
That's good.
I think there's some, there's some that people want to do. They're gifted at do great. Do that. It brings them joy. Others, if it's about arrogance and I just have to do it, I'm paid to do.
Yeah.
Now you're paid to be effective, and so if you can be effective in less hours, so you can spend more time discipling kids or parents or leaders, you want to do that.
Well, and guaranteed some part of your job you are wasting time in. Someone is doing it better for very little money and or even for free, and could come in and do that piece to free you up to do the most important stuff and the stuff you're more gifted at anyhow. Yeah. So whether that is, I talked to a guy this weekend, he's like, I just use DYM for games. He's like, I feel responsible for the teaching, but I need it for the games. I'm like, great, that's what we're here for. Another guy goes, I'm horrible at graphics. So I'm a co-leader.co subscriber because I just use the graphics and then I pick up whatever else I can when I'm in there. And I'm like, that's great too. And someone else is like, all I am is fun and games. I need the teaching.
Yeah.
I'm like, exactly.
Yeah.
You guys get it.
we're all different. I mean,
Yeah.
I love looking at what other people have taught. I don't like
Exactly.
to start with a blank page, so I'm
me
happy
neither.
to use somebody else's
Yeah.
stuff. And
Yeah,
third
yeah.
thing I said is just take care of, you've got to learn to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
And your own family, like, because people aren't going to be doing that for you. So too many people spend all this time doing ministry at the expense of their own family.
Yeah,
so they
their own
come
soul,
home,
their own
they come
family.
home and they're giving their family their emotional leftovers, the table scraps, as opposed to, taking care of them. I guarantee you, when you leave your church, they will move on without you.
Yeah, real quick.
But your family won't. So
Yeah, someone told me, maybe it was you, when you put your hand in a bucket of water, like a Home Depot bucket of water, as fast as you can pull it out, that's how fast, and the water goes right back.
Yep.
That's how long the church is going to miss you.
that's right.
I was like,
that was me, Josh.
probably. It's
Yeah,
really
it's one of
wise. It's really wise.
It was one of my favorite illustrations for about
It's
20
really
years.
good. It hurts a little bit when it, but
Totally.
it's true.
Totally.
I would also say one of the little pro tips along the way that I picked up or learned from you was when you sit in your car for a minute or swing by Del Taco for a minute, detox, get rid of the day, exhale.
That's where I got my drinking addiction.
Oh, it's so
I mean, and when I say that, I mean
Diet Coke. Yeah.
Actually, it was Diet Pepsi because it was Taco Bell.
Oh, there you go. So even last night, I am fried from a night of youth group, and we've been traveling and the whole bit, and I'm like, I just need a few minutes, and then I'll come home, and I will be the best version of me, the best dad, the most I'll bring it, but I just need a minute. And it's a super powerful tip. Take care of yourself. I would also say when it comes to training, a lot of people criticize their church going, no one ever developed me. I would say take that into your hands as well. Get a great book. Go to a conference. Find something local. Whatever. You can do this.
I think I was talking to new leaders, and I think new leaders think because maybe they grew up in a youth ministry and the youth pastor took care of them and mentored them, and they're going to work at a church and that's going to happen. Yeah. And that doesn't happen. I mean, most leaders are, not all, and I hope the people that are listening are exceptions to this, but most leaders are self-preservation leaders. They're just thinking about themselves.
Yeah, they're hanging on for dear life too.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. There's so much to do. So anyway, Conclave was great. It was great to hang with youth workers. We met a bunch of youth workers at Whataburger.
It was so
afterwards,
fun.
Some of our
it was great.
people who were DYM Gold members.
Well, and I got to work the little convention hall, exhibit area, and I got to show them some secrets.
I don't think we're allowed to talk about that yet.
Right.
Have you been given permission?
No, I don't usually need permission. I just asked for forgiveness. I'm a youth pastor. That's how it works.
Yeah, we've got some pretty fun stuff cooking right now.
On the first of the month, whatever month, and then the next first of the month, and then so on. Just look out.
Well,
cool new
speaking
stuff
of
coming.
phones, Josh.
Yeah.
Last week you talked about having week one. We're collecting phones before your small group. What's the update on
that? We had an angry parent email about the phones, and they said,
I think we talked about that.
No,
week.
this is a new one. I know, 2 in 1 week.
I haven't heard this yet.
I just thought of it right this minute. We got an angry parent saying, do not take my kids' phone away from them. This is how I make sure they're safe. And when you put their phone in a bucket instead of in their pocket or whatever, I don't know where they are, and I don't feel comfortable with you taking phones away. How crazy was that?
Wow.
I did not expect that.
Yeah.
So we said to the mom and to the crowd this week, put your phone in the bucket, or just know that if you don't turn your phone in, but you take it out of your pocket during small groups, it will be taken away. So we tried to find a little compromise. And again, the attention was through the roof. It was awesome. Small group discussion in particular was so good. It was terrific. So I am figuring out ways to embrace phones at every level except for the small group. The small group time.
So kind of what I hear is if some parent writes you a critical email, you will give in to whatever they're saying.
I will cave so fast.
2 weeks in a row.
You're right. No. I need to process that with, you know what?
A dear
I don't
friend.
have time. I need to process it with a dear friend in front of thousands of other people.
Yeah.
Maybe another time.
Yeah. I was going to say, so you told her, don't send your kid to youth group.
No, I told her this is for the sake of everybody.
Yeah.
They're with an adult the whole time.
Well, and let's be honest, every parent thinks their kid's not on their phone. So,
exactly. Yeah. No, it just makes a big difference in the small group
so
setting.
it worked. It worked well.
It worked.
Again.
Two for two.
Now,
and also 2 for 2 parent emails.
And So this week, you're speaking on sadness to your junior high ministry.
Don't bring
and
it
I can
up.
already tell.
It makes me sad.
I know you. You are a flaming 7 on the Enneagram. Which means that you're always up for a party. Everything's happy. Everything is good. You don't like conflict.
You can't make me sad.
Yeah.
unless I'm teaching about sadness. So we're finishing a series called Outbursts, and it's on like emotions and whatever. We've done anger, joy, blah, blah, blah. Now I got sadness. You can
delegate that one?
I did, but someone back. It's a long story.
Oh, okay.
But someone will be let go. No, so I'm opening with an Aaron Rodgers clip of his NFL career in 2023.
That makes me sad.
And how that brings me so much sadness. Yeah. But, you know, I'm literally talking about my grandfather passing away when I was in junior high. That is a hard message to prep.
Yeah.
And I'm like, kids are experiencing this. I just don't like to live in this place.
Yeah.
But, yeah. We'll give it a go.
Look at you having to deal with emotions.
Well, I deal with one emotion, joy or stress.
Which you did speak on that one.
Yeah,
right?
That was fun. That was honestly so easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the gist of it is the students are going to walk into their first encounters with deep sadness, grief, losing a loved one, losing an animal that they adore, whatever. And so I want to make sure that they're prepared for that and know God's role in all of that too. So anyhow. We'll see how it goes. I'll let you know next week with probably another angry parent email too.
Well, you know what? I might write one. I'm gonna be there Saturday.
Would you write my talk for me?
Sure.
Oh, great.
Sure.
It's already done and turned in.
Oh.
But I'm sure yours will be better than mine.
No, I said sure like you say sure when I say, will you take me to LAX?
I always say yes.
You say yes, but I know you wouldn't.
I'll find a super shuttle for you. Yes, I'll be happy to help you find someone who'll do that.
That's funny.
You know, a lot of youth workers would love to be in a car with you for 2 hours to LAX to drive the 40 miles.
Yeah, and you would let them know that it's not as good as it seems.
No, I would just say enjoy your time with Doug. I hope you hit traffic. Have a good time, and then set him free.
There you go. There you go. I love
an hour with you would change someone's life.
I don't think so. But hey, speaking of changing someone's life, and speaking of an
phones?
hour, speaking of road trips, speaking of cars, Josh and I.
Here's something that brings me joy.
Should we just play the theme music?
I don't know. Dun 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 dun. There it is. Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, do you know what it is?
Monday Night Football. Can't wait.
Josh and I are going to Vegas this coming week to do Monday Night Football.
Right, football. Yep. I've never gambled in my life, although Powerball, I have never been tempted by
You
the
gamble
lottery.
every time you drive. You are a crazy driver.
That's why Doug drives me everywhere.
Yeah. So no, we got
going to the Raider
tickets from a
game.
friend to Raiders and Packers are Josh's team.
Can't wait.
Raiders are not my team, but I haven't been to the new stadium.
It'll be so fun.
Is Vegas 4 hours away or 6 hours?
It's right between those. It depends on traffic. I'll get the super shuttle for you. I'm flying, so.
That's funny.
I'll have a youth worker from the area drive you over.
There you go.
That'd be great.
There you go. I
So
can't
wait,
wait.
what
That's
are
gonna
you
be
just
so fun.
saying we're going to go have fun this week, or is there like we're going to meet up with gold members on the strip or something?
No, I don't know.
Just checking. I didn't know.
I don't know. Do we even have members in Nevada? I think Nevada's like one of our weaker.
I don't think there's any Christians in Nevada, right?
Yes, there is.
I'm kidding. Nevada, leave it in the comments. Light me up.
David Dendy.
Hey, you know what? If someone does want to get into contact with us, speaking of phones, they can email us.
Oh, yeah.
At this week at downloadyouthministry.com.
You just thought that up and said,
that'd be clever.
If anybody listens to this, then they can write questions, letters, jokes,
hate mail. If any parents want to contact me this way, they're more than welcome to. But the question is it this week at Download Youth Ministry or this week at Download? I don't know.
I think it would be, you set it up.
This week with? Yeah, try them all. I did them all.
No.
I did every variation.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Just try something.
No, that's no fun. Then you don't know what to say to.
Just this week.
This week at Download Youth Ministry.
That's it.
Yeah.
So send us an email or a hate mail or whatever.
Yeah.
And tell us there are Christians in Vegas. We know.
No, David Dendy, remember?
Oh, yeah, there's one.
Yeah. It's like my buddy from third grade.
He texted me the other day. He was in town. Yeah. Did you not know that?
The other day?
Yeah. He wanted to play pickleball.
That's not true.
I'm dead. I love that you're surprised by this.
That is not true.
I'll show you after the show.
Okay, there's no way.
Wow.
There's no way he would text you and not text
We're going to
me.
go to Vegas. We're going to say hello to the Raiders and the Packers, and then we'll be back next week. It'll be fun.
Yeah. Should we do how about this?
Should we tell
How about
them
if anybody listens to this and they are in Vegas and they're youth workers.
And they can send us an email at this week at
and
Download
we'll
Youth Ministry.
do a meetup at a buffet.
Oh, that'd be so
Just
fun.
not at Circus.
Limit 2. There's no limit on the buffet. There's a limit to 2 youth workers.
That'd be fun.
The first 2.
Yeah.
or 5 or 6.
And we are going with our good buddy Matt McGill.
And if there's anyone local that wants to drive Doug to Vegas, just let us know it this week.
Josh and Matt fly. Hey, one of the things that I asked you right before we sent out an email and it said Roman Empire. And I'm like, what is the subject line on this email? And you were like mocking me and said, save it for the show.
Okay, so there's some pop culture things happening right now. And one of them is the men always think about the fall of the Roman Empire. I don't know why, but it's very funny. And so on Download Youth Ministry, as you would expect, there is already a game about the fall of the Roman Empire. So there you go. Yeah. And if you're wondering, is there a Travis Kelce Taylor Swift game? It's in the pipeline. We'll see if it makes it all the way through tonight.
We hope it is. If
By the time this airs, you can download it for $3 or whatever. Yeah. But that's the beauty of Download Youth Ministry. You can grab culturally relevant, get the curve, flatten the curve, but then the pop culture curve when something's taken off.
Roman Empire this is one I just do not know.
What is he thinking about right now? And he's thinking about the Roman Empire. Huh. It's like a girlfriend wondering what her boyfriend is always thinking about.
Oh,
trying to get in his head, and he's thinking about it.
And
Producer Travis, am I right on that? Yeah, I got
know
thumbs
about
up.
that, Trav?
He wrote the subject line.
Oh, yeah, that's true. He did.
Yeah,
because I thought that's kind of a dumb subject line.
He literally wrote me. He's like, "What is up with this?" And I'm like, "It's good. Travis knows his stuff."
That was never in question that Travis didn't know his stuff.
Agreed.
But
Agreed.
I read current events every day, and I don't know that.
Well, you don't have TikTok.
Nope.
Probably.
Nope. Heard of it.
You have Instagram. I use TikToks. Does that count? Okay.
All right.
But you've heard of OK Boomer and stuff like that,
of
right?
course.
This is like that. This is like one of those.
Yeah, I just haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. Did you? Someone came up to me yesterday and said, "Isn't it awesome how Taylor Swift just put Travis Kelce on the map? Like everyone knows who Travis Kelce is now." And I'm like, "What are you talking about? Travis Kelce is Super Bowl win," and they're like, "Gotcha." I was like, "Oh, that was good. That was really good."
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right. So anyhow.
Was that funny? Like a gotcha?
Oh, my goodness.
You're going to have to explain that to me afterwards.
Douglas.
Right next to the Roman Empire.
Douglas.
Josh, so that's what's happening this week. Big things are going on at DYM.
Yeah, we have had a ton of meetings. We've showed people some things.
Internal testing of some things that are coming very soon.
Very excited people.
We are very excited. In 2 weeks, we have our first few years of Youth Ministry Conference that starts October what?
16th,
17th, and 18th.
Yeah, so if you're coming out for that, we're going to have a blast. It's at Mariners Youth Building. We have great food, great sessions, workshop speakers. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, and we're doing a roundtable in November, which will be fun.
That'll be great, too.
A couple of the people I met in Dallas are coming to the roundtable.
That's true, and there's still some room left for the roundtable event. So if you want to join us out here in Southern California, it is November something.
13th, 17th, I don't know.
Look at dymtraining.com or send us an email.
It's in November. That's right.
This week at Download.
That's right. And want to say thank you to all of those of you that were the hosts last year at the National Day of Volunteer Youth Ministry Training.
Yeah, it was
and have already signed up to host next year.
I just got an email a few minutes ago, right before we came on, from Marco saying, "This train, I've heard so much buzz. I haven't seen the other parts. Can you send me the link? I saw it everywhere. You guys crushed it." So that was very kind. Yeah. And of course, he crushed it too.
Yeah. So. Well, I talked to a youth worker at the Whataburger, TJ Lewis.
Is it Whataburger?
I don't know.
I think it's Whataburger.
I don't know.
Let us know this week.
It wasn't good booger.
That was rough.
Yeah.
My burger had been cooked a few days before I ate it. I think.
You should show the picture. I wish we thought of it. We'll show it next week. I'll need to remember when I got. They had chili cheese fries, and I said I just want the fries and the cheese, no chili. And so I got fries with shredded cheese on it, nothing melted.
Pretty cold too, not even close to melted.
Yeah,
it was hilarious.
Took a picture of that. But anyway, TJ Lewis said, because we told him we were doing something different, where we're not picking a day, but we're letting people host it any day in the fall next year. And he says, I don't just keep doing it. It's so helpful for my volunteers. We love that.
Well, and he's a good host too. He throws a brisket on the smoker, or whatever you throw briskets on.
Yeah, on the Barbie.
That's a shrimp. The shrimp go on the Barbie. He's a good host. Yeah.
You know what? I was just thinking of the Roman Empire.
Have you been saving that this whole time?
No.
That was really good.
All right, Josh, 20 minutes.
Yeah, let's go. Let's be done. We'll see you next week, everybody.
Will we see them or?
Well, here's the deal. You need a catchphrase now. So you're gonna doing this weekly show or whatever. You gotta have a catchphrase at the end of it.
Josh, we've done over 400 podcasts. It's not like this is a new thing.
Well, come up with it right here on the spot. Impress me. We'll workshop one.
All right.
All right, what do you got?
What's the penguin doing on the telly?
No. I do love Monty Python, but
Yeah.
no.
That would be a fun way to sign off. What's the penguin doing on the telly? See you next week.
You know what? That is pretty good. I guess I'm just really sad.
I can tell.
And I
can tell.
gotta go finish my talk on
Yeah,
sadness.
or eat something.
And
Let's
we're
go.
sad to see you go.
Yeah. Ooh, maybe that's it.
That's good.
Sad to
Oh,
see
and
you
then
go
then we
with
pan
Doug
in
and Josh.
to one tear
Yeah,
running
there
down
you go.
your
All right.
cheek.
See you next week.
Bye.
We'll tell you about Vegas.